Samope, Sampadia, Chimafidi non cotu, era one radio. Samope, Jumpadia, Chimafidi non cotu, era one radio. Oh, and you pumpuma, Asam pumpuma. Era one,
They are four women. They are beautiful with brains. They are eloquent, decent, wise, and experienced. You have heard many, the funny. Now, it's time to hear the experience and the brainy. Meet Selena, Dorcas, Gifty, and Annette as they present the real in common getting. In common BISS chain, the dead, as in Takrenu assume the dead, the real in common getting. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and on Taibo channel. Kaise, so we see the real in common getting ya. What brabon tete? We nyan konkonsa. We the real in common getting.
Good evening, Era One Radio listeners and viewers. It's another Saturday, the 3rd day of January 2026. We are in 2026. Yes, I said 2026. By God's grace, we've seen another year. 2025 is gone, and tonight we're coming your way again as usual on the Health is Wealth Protected show. And I'm here in the studio with Dr. Ernesto Poku Agyeman. Well, we are broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and also Modern Ghana Radio. And as usual, as we do, the number to call is 240-280-2633, or you can text us 510-931-0946. We want to wish all of you a happy new year. So on behalf of our studio manager, Dr. Setutu, and the whole health team, we want to say thank you for allowing us in your homes, in your cars, wherever you are. Tonight, I encourage you to share this broadcast with a friend, family member. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook, and be a part of our discussion. Tonight, we are looking at road constructions in Ghana. We'll also be looking at land demarcation, and then we'll touch on the accidents that are involved in improper land demarcation. Here for Imre, and Yamiadum, you see Afifo from 2026. One, a health show now, ya tunidin say, wa holding wa pomodin, wa hunyano, and the other minute doctor say, a doctor in the support Agyeman was studio ha, I be a discussion, a Kitanka cry fund, a Kwai almost see Ghana, or movie, almost start a contractor the age manamana, be or just can di Kakrano, oh, you suka the Kaka nefi, Wajaho. And I know soon aqua the baby, she's another a government bus over trust. And a assassinate down so much church, so almost and said that and find your quantity, and as a woman who the acoso, the Besha and so. And as usual, accidents there, and almost every day be a BC. I decided driver now book and no driver, and I said, when the run so a fat driving so. Obi so me kwantama below do ni nyina de nsema afia yesimi ye bomb pies accident ni sa dem na esu betwa drivers no mun drive ye obi de car hye wonsa drive ye follow rules no na kona sabra na passengers no so bia anye den bia anye safe nti mama Dr. Poku Agyeman edi nchi abra mu so as I continue doc.
Yeah, Dr. Boyson. Me da say we the studio man say me a TF4 was making common for accidents. And real fact, there are one, this department, health department, your button answer want to prevent. You can make your phone, your phone, baby, I will be a continent hours or country hours, so you listen to us, please. Just pay attention to us. If you have this problem, please, you can use some of the solutions to bring here to resolve your issue. Right now, we are talking on Ghana, the road constructions and signs and lines and the way accidents are being involved along the road. As I'm talking now, I can tell you that they had about 13,000 crashes 2,600 deaths. And then pedestrians, we lost about 550 pedestrians in the year 2025.
Mhm.
So all these things are because certain things are not set right. So as we go on today, we want to look at those things that are not set right so we can re-advise our big men to see into it that things are put right to prevent such accidents. So Elder Boyson and Dr. Boyson, please, I want to say you can continue with the broadcast. I have all my greetings for everybody, and I'm sure all those who want to listen to us will listen to us. Thank you, Lord.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mesumwaha. Well, it's here for Senator Kakayeno. Yabeka road construction accidents. No, you bet me 2 Ghana for Fubia, and any Ghana phone call be with you. And see, Mayor Mamunia Finshapa, Miami New Amebra, Madame for Pastor John Sassa, our ICGC Woodbridge, or joining and see Yamana Finshapa, Yamana welcome. So now on to a contribution via the baby Mr. Bia, which you mean to me. And extensively and text, but all the same, no. Who are Woodbridge area where watching up with the other sorry, you should ICGC in the Woodbridge, you know, only Pastor John in our sorry for Monkosum, maybe Shamafi. Yeah, and Doc, we're looking at the road construction. One may ask, how does a contractor get the contract to do road construction? A kwan ben some of us na omunya contract ni fi abaho. Na be must lead on to even do a shoddy work. How does that even work?
Yeah, I know there it's very difficult to determine, but sometimes it's also very easy to say.
Okay.
The contracts in the country, I think is between the foreign contractors and the local contractors. Now, to the best of my knowledge, they have to bid for the contract. However, if they go on the bidding now, we don't know what happens. Some people get it, others do not get it.
Okay.
But those who get it, we are told that they go through a long procedure, which involve payment and all kinds of things. So before they end up going to the field to work, the money that they should have used might have been reduced tremendously. So they do the work according to how much they have in hand. But this is what is a little bit misunderstanding among those of us who look at the contract works and see how the livelihood, the rules are, and then the durability of the rules and some of the things that are not even done when the contract is finished. And that is the reason why we are going to discuss a lot of these things in the studio today. So let me get back to our local language so that people who are listening to us will be able to understand where we're coming from. Contract na can have some said the Prof. Busama. A choir move so a major contract mostly known by the politicians. Because we nimsa nkesenka omde to bidding na nkobi akọ bidding na the obenwene no na wakwaje contract na yadwuma no. But somewhere along the line, the business will be here. In fact, the most serious part of it is local community road number. They don't even have any idea about who is the contractor, who is going to build the road. But I think it is very important. The local council should speak to the community people to make them aware. We say, and I community has say. For instance, if you are crowd to Kumasi Buddha, some do cocoa, and some cocoa for your way. Some do cononwa, some maconon for your way. Some do a just some majus for your way. Now, one more contribution be as or more contribute to monitor the work and almost what to me are you sure more judicially minds no there is idea. Se kobase abayin de na ade kukugu no ya na omo any hands in it. Secret they won't even take care of it. And obi say no so be an cafe so because no means any omo dey abayin le But when the abandon involve community now, say be a road here, area, say this is what we are doing. Thickness, you say, I deal with the person here. Now, one more time, and demarcations when here. Into one more year, we no trim no man. Yeah, the local community can remind them, hey, one more by your pan, no more castle, by you, won't be you. I'm small between one yet. So where do we have to go? Oh, now one more so follow up. That's a more year pan in a free central in this if a central system no more yes I deal about there. One baby area so man be on man who knows what was going to be done there? Nobody. And it is no who is going to question them? It's one strong thing a person you come about Ghana government and the Minister of Transport and then the components no ETIAS and say we believe say road construction, it goes across towns and cities and villages. They should let the villagers, the townmates, and the city people know, say, this is what is going to be done in the country. And then they should know, they should be told about what is going to be done on the road in that city. Now, woman who say, now, a year before it says a highway number year, you have defense about to her. And I say, you the berry better, and I say, you the way and Hassi. Now say, one more chum. And now, my quanu, we now one more chum. No man, yes, I did not. Then the city will question them. And then question the Minister of Transport. The business said, I'm not going to say, we don't know how money. But this is something that is hidden. They don't tell anybody. And you know, we are no more. Now, the outcome, they say, it's also more a name as for more, you know, man, you need to. Say no has the run on the road now starting no conquer for that. And this is something about almost statistics are almost about 550 people were just by the roadside pedestrians the car bomb free of charge. Cars of bombs, there's no insurance involved. You and you know, this is where we have to look at it from this time that we are here discussing this issue.
Oh, okay. All right. Pastor Sasa, my comments also, Doc, I think the issue of bad road constructions in Ghana is due to corruption, lack of accountability, and maintenance. Maintenance is one of the issues I was going to raise. But I want you to comment on it before we continue. Do you think it's purely because of corruption and lack of accountability?
I would assume that. I mean, I'll make it what do you call it? Allegedly that. I won't just say
it's alleged.
Yes, alleged that. But the point is that if you look at the way the road are built and how they build it now, there's something wrong with it. And I think what the pastor is saying about the corruption involved here is, we don't know how much the contract cost the government. And then we don't know how much the contractor has been given to do the work. We don't know who goes there to test the road and say and certain that this road is worthy to be used. And we don't know who the report goes and then who is even taking care of the road itself, vis-a-vis telling the community that the road is worthy for them to use. Nobody is known. And as I'm saying, and they have ignored the consumers. I may even be surprised that road transport drivers, they are not aware about it. All that they know is apart from the business secretary, another parliamentarian now area, I don't think anybody in the community is aware about the rules. Whereas nobody knows about it, nobody's accountable to anyone. If everybody is aware about it, then they can look for the accountability. Well, like what the pastor is saying, he might be right, because the money that is given to the top there is not the one that they are using at the bottom. Therefore, they are going to do the work number shoddy work.
But my personal observation is that we'll compare some of the roads in Ghana to other developed countries. So what happened is that we lack culture of maintenance. Some of the roads normal construct here. After say 5-6 years, they are mandated to re-asphalt it and redo them, irrespective of the condition. Because to me, some of the roads now, and share that but to me say because of the lifespan of the road, they just go ahead and break them down and redo them. This is not the case in other parts of the country, so-called developing. And the area of culture of maintenance is not there. Almost shut up and maintain roads. And then the bad thing is road construction, the way it's been done, they don't take into consideration the topography or the structure of the land, compared to other places. Because I know to me, some see roads up, they actually go to construct the roads before they even plan the building. In Tubasha, so almost see a neighborhood be crying now, almost try some big chakwano atumu, and some of the down is east side. But a place like Ghana and other South African countries, almost see down here, and someone can say, oh, yeah, the Kwambe Faha. If they end up meandering roads in between houses, the planning is not there. I believe this time there's been a lot of input in that, almost better. But our road construction, the maintenance culture, are very bad.
Yeah, I subscribe to what you are saying. I was actually listening to the national budget this year. To my surprise, there wasn't any money allocated for maintenance of roads. If it was in certain package, I don't know. But I listened to them very well. There wasn't any maintenance thing that I saw in any of the budgets. All that I knew is they said budget this money has been allocated for this money has been allocated for this, but they did not mention any money allocated for maintenance, not even government building maintenances. So, the culture of maintenance should go with the planning. If you are planning the thing, you plan that you are building, you have to plan to do maintenance. But we don't have that kind of culture. And let me just give you an example. All the bridges in our country, they are so weak. When you go to Ofim River, it's very weak. When you go to along Ofim River, it's very, very weak. When you go to Bia, it's the same thing. Nobody is doing maintenance on the bridges. Whereas, we cannot compare Ghana with United States, because if we do that, then we are trying to compare an elephant. So, but the little that we have, so you see, Aban Hospital and Aban offices. You see, making sure somebody does his work. The accountability, who comes in there. Nobody does his work well, and nobody accounts for, because he cannot talk about it. So, but I think when you go to some of these department offices and you go to their toilet, all the toilet seats are broken. There's no water flowing there. So who is responsible for that? Who should be accounted for that? No, they don't prepare. So the person are hanging around, taking the money without doing anything. The same thing to the roads. Why asphalt? Why overhead asphalt? Who is going to maintain it? I believe, when the country is ready for any development now, they should train people who be involved in the maintenance issue of this particular road.
But Doc, before you continue, until roads, no more see something we call warranty of the roads are now. So contract see roads now. Almost need certain length of time within that frame of time. The contractor is obliged to at least do some work.
The funny thing is, Prof. The funny thing is always you change your government 4 years.
Okay.
And the contractor comes in hastily, build the thing within 2 years.
Yeah.
And even if he's going to have a warranty of 5 years, at the end of the 5 years, the government nobody follows up. Nobody follows up, because Swami interchange, it's not comfortable. But when I interchange, who is monitoring it? And who Nobody's doing anything there. This is something that is not the work of the government. It's the work of the community council. If the government had involved them and a home maintenance is known to them, they wouldn't let it be as it is. Oh, and there might be your government should actually turn back to decentralize some things. So central government, the country cannot grow. How can a country grow from one point? And as we are saying, warranty now, we can want some. Yes, they might have had it there, but who is following it if the government goes away? Because when the government comes, they start to chase the other governments for money and all kinds of things. They don't even care about all those things. But Rose now, say yeah. Why don't they follow it and make sure that there's some kind of warranty here? So you have to look at how long the road has been built and how long the road is going to stay and how the duration of it. If it doesn't meet the duration, they have to call them back to come and do it.
I mean, this kind of ties in with a comment Pastor Johnson. Also, one other reason could also be that most of our contractors have no clue of the job itself. So the hired consultants and the engineers who are not being paid well will not give up their best. But we have graduates a fee, and I say undergrads, you wasting other technical universities here. We are supposed to use them. It looks as if in terms of school bar, what actually do they do? I mean, how is their input? If you are taking people through educational structure and we cannot have qualified people to do it, I don't know whether it's more of qualification or lack of the funds to do a quality job instead of so-called shoddy jobs every now and then.
When you talk about the students now, I have a big problem about the way the country's education structure is. As I keep on saying this, the structure is not engineered towards the development of the country. I would say our needs should be part of the training of our children. It's not that we are in Ghana and we are learning about the technology of the United States. We learn about something about Britain. When we have totally ignored what we can use education in our country, education to resolve the issue in our country. And school, they go there for supervision, for part of the lessons, know what the components they learn in school. If that is the same thing they are doing about it, they come there, write a report about it, and then this thing is shared among the school, and then even shared among the road users. But contractor no yana dia ono kwa ne laborers ni go on no na kofa no consult ono kwa na wo no enti na dia o bia is limited to him. Enti no contractor no kwa na chance yen say man he doesn't even listen to the consultants most of the cases. I can cite one example with you. There was a guy who was my mate in Israel who came to work in Ghana as an engineer. When he was working with a company in Ghana, what the company was doing was not right. The man said it, and they decided to terminate his appointment. He has to leave.
Wow.
Because he knows what is right. He told them, they said, no, we're not going to do that. But if you insist, you better go or then something else happens. So this guy left the company and allowed them to do whatever they are doing. And you know, idea can say, so it affects us indirectly. So they get them, the contractor or whosoever is getting the money gets the money. He keeps the money, go and buy a big land, put a big mansion, stay in for a few years and die. But the roads are going to be there to be killing people. So, and you know, idea in the country on our mindset to say, you should take it away because we are killing people. And you cannot kill people at the expense of all riches.
That's true. Anyway, you take a quick commercial break in it, but we'll look at the land demarcation and accidents since we don't have too much time. Stay tuned.
Chimafidi nunkotu era one radio. Samupe jumpe bietia. Chimafidi nunkotu era one radio. yo. Ayum pankwa. Asam pankwa. Ekratumkwa. Era one. Yebo yum pankwa.
Well, in case you just joined us, this is the Era One Network. This is the Health is Wealth show. Your health is your wealth, so protect it. Tonight, we're talking about road construction in Ghana, which is a vital issue concerning our health. Because if the roads are not well constructed and drivers are just driving anyhow, getting involved in all kinds of accidents, passengers are involved. And so, in the nutshell, and virtually, people are involved. That is why you look at the source of problems, not just the aftermath. If you're looking at accidents, you don't just blame the driver. You look at the road that the driver drives on. So that's what we're looking at. We'll continue. But tonight, I have a product to introduce to some of you. This is the first time I'm introducing this product called ASEA. This ASEA has been in the system for a while, but some of us have just heard it. It's a cell signaling supplement. We realize that our bodies are made up of cells. So this ASEA goes to work on your cellular level. You realize that if you are under 20, 21, 23, your body rejuvenates its cells. And so you are always strong and you are making more cells. But as you grow older, 25, 30, 50 going, your cells begin to depreciate. So this product has been manufactured, goes to repairing your cells. I have tried it and it's worked very well. And so if you want to know more about this, you can message me on Facebook or YouTube and you will get me. And of course, Pastor John is also one of the channels of this. So if you go to ICGC Church or if you want to message Pastor John Sasa, he also knows about the ASEA product. Actually, his sister, Nanesi in UK, introduced us to this. So we are all in this network. And honestly, I can vouch for this product. It is just a solution and it works miracles. So look it up. Google it, ASEA Redox, and know more about it. There are videos to listen, watch, and it's going to be a help unto you. All right, Doc.
Yes.
We're going to continue. We don't have too much time left. We think we have about 17 minutes left or so. But pretty much, want to quickly look at land demarcation or accidents involving improper land demarcation. As much time as we have, we'll just deal with that and then we'll call it a night and do another production. But I want you to just comment a little bit about the land demarcation. You say, yeah, land now. How does it affect our health, especially in developing countries?
Always say when you road construction is not complete when there's no lines on it. In fact, that is a fact. The road construction is incompleted when there is no signs or lines on it. It should be used, but not commercially. Simply because if it is not directly completed, a lot of accident can happen. In short, the Americans are quite be a lines be any biano, and I sign be any babyano, and to say you should.
No directions.
Okay. And you're wealthy to use it. If you answer import the line one crown, a fee from January to November, and you pay 555 and a carbon woman. Ghana. If the data that they presented is correct, which I think that it will be more than that. On the looking at this, stop sign, car a crash here, almost about 3,000. Car a crash here, so almost about 3,000. Ask me why. Because there's a junction, a stop sign should be there.
Mm-hmm. Four-way junction, especially.
Because both cars near Bano, will be a percent or right way, right of way. To go. We see more not the Pacori Banon, so they are busy. So,
what in the Avajan said, road signs in the preventive confusion on the road.
Yeah, okay. That's it. Preventing confusion on the road. In fact, that is the main key of it. It helps you to determine who goes first.
Okay.
So now, who are the victims of this accident? They are the passengers. So if the driver ignores it, that I'm not going to stop. I'm just getting in. And then the new comes and says, I'm not stopping. They're fine. So the software is the passengers.
Passengers.
So who is the causer? The causer is the constructor, the one who constructs the road. You cannot construct a road unless at a T junction, there's no sign there. And it's all over Kumasi, all over in Accra. Most of the T junctions, there's no stop sign there. The road, there's no line anywhere, there's no stop sign there. And even if you put a stop sign, you have to put a line there where the car can stop.
That's true, yeah.
It's not there. And most of the time, there's no zebra crossing anywhere on the road. For about 1 mile, you can drive 1 mile, no zebra crossing. You anticipate the passenger to walk all the way to the next 1 mile to cross the road.
So whose duty is it to ensure, say, Kwana Yewie no? It is like you said, it's complete with all the signs before it can be used. One Ejuman also, or one also, yes, Ejuman. Yes, I say, Kwana constructor, and I say, in Kofu Kwano, complete Musumovia, okay, more sign Bibia, one check, is it Ghana rules and authority, and as a woman check is saying.
Okay, the road needs to be approved. So to approve that is completed. Now, so excuse me. Now, who gave the contract? The contractor who gave the contract should tell the contractor what the road should be made up of.
Okay.
All these things should be completed before the road becomes a road worthy for a driver to drive on. Am I clear here?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Okay. So it is the government's contractor who contracts engineers to ascertain that the road is completed.
Okay. Johnson's Roads and Highways.
Here is the case now. After the asphalt, so your coin inspector what reporting what the coin nobody knows. And then if he looks at all those things, but let me answer the first question that you asked. The contract is made up of the road, all the parkings involved, the accident parking involves, all the lines, including all the signs and all the regulations, the line regulations on the road. It involves different colors that determines where and when and which to be placed there. In this actual chroma, I want to say, local roads, almost plate white with a number B also. Highways, no, blue. Other metropolitan, green. And these colors, I think, are internationally accepted all over the world, and that's what all the countries are using. But road in the sign currency. In fact, even you can be beat is a speed limit in the speed limit in the one to be at Dominica baby also. Okay, let me say something about during Kufuor's time. I believe Kufuor contracted all those things to be done. But to be surprised, you see, one more year in chance in your book, and they went and stole all of them. I have a newspaper here that Kufuor was appealing to them. So our science normal, I am Kufuor training in almost in fact, our science any speed limits, road lines na one and my chronomu yefe, and my plans cry yefe. And on say road lines apart from the legal entity very preventive because an adjournment reflecting who said you are going to the ditch or you are in the road. It helps a lot. And say what I say the Omaya no back money advantage is almost the caterpillar 9 line also sa. And this what Dakra na old driver now so
yeah if you have to me that.
And road lines are very essential and a very strong components of the road construction. And the extra banks say one of the contract no man for road lines in Kahu. Na signs and junctions na and the signs no anywhere. They should contract that one as well because accident de cause na sa crashes a make kan one some see na majority no aye niam we bi ni ho no ana wo hwe so a ditch accident answer ebenya ditch accident bia no bi gina kwan no ho no munim say yankwala nyina wo ko school. I witnessed one accident be the last 2 years. Taxi be eco parking China or the co school ni a man in name bully. Na almost had in the two car boot to which one the cause. Ambulance crime a fan or didn't took the taxi no boot to me. And I was what in the court, so I didn't call to one for nobody knows. In another development, we say tricycle back on so. Anything in a free good form, a child got to be many in a free good form. It's answer a quarter button. Why? Because I'm a quite be any one of my chest say, or on a double one, any sacred road, or not a quite on a line, the answer. And for some reason, or for time and a bush boom tree. And in a near baby or no man, lies not a walk quiet and a quiet in a evening actually. Na ye ka we na no na ye cancel actually licenses office so licenses office no so answer na on be mo bia licenses na say o ya aware of all these lines na work for many signs na work for mo baby one ma to say Accra road almost say asking bi just see Kaswa area hanu a very slight curve bi na one enti na omo the symbol above no ama speed demarcation ho the year boss says slow down from this distance up to on because it will also go a long way. Our road lines now go a long way to prevent such accidents. But say a bini what there be any people who you name say any people who accidents so in fact every accident the BR a sequence where preventable BR I say it's not by. I say a time my accident no but any people now if I want to say further from here now. One person obenya injury beyond it costs the country money.
Yes, true.
I wouldn't say sir obi ani pako no mukrana government nko no who was spending over almost about $1 million on that person. And you know a accident na hwe no age car no hwe no yesika we can prevent it and save the money for another thing. And the extra is say aban Mr. Mahama and no transport department. Yes, some contracts are made man. Mama contract near who's a road mo yan kama. Mama near lines no as it is. Na sign a great beer or no more. What quan who be an some of the signs see. Air direction a corner on the stop sign see junction home. So the bear nipa no free a kuranas over TSC Kwan no more. Obemus a stop sign ho, Obejina after both left and right, and then what TSC Kwan. And I will be all casacre and a motorcycle. Obesikwa Mobemus a left and right, and then what TSC Kwan. I asked idea, can a bit Yabaya Kwan come. Omba driver inside your pen, I can communicate. Your Tossibium, or Monsa Kwan, or that tick Kwan that dasso, no Kwan layer off near your Kwan of Flintino. Speed in Sudia, one movie say free.
Mokopa.
Omokopa,
Mokopa.
Omoma,
just speed.
NCC one. Now, come advice, Casepa, person Medema Mahama government is said. Enka, among contracted cameras to independent person be. Our person, on funny cameras in CC Komuna. Na
camera was unko for enko bia.
Oh sir, individual be na there. Obetimi aye with a very strong supervision. And yes, a contract so na nipa ba ko na demand for the whole country. Ebia Ashanti regional, Mampong road, ebia contract ba ko Obuasi road contract ba ko, Enyinahini road contract ba ko. And also crab create adwuma bebre. So, and I said ye won yan safo biom dom speed na no mbeko. Enti da bia na camera ni twa no mako trace camera. On bet you trace camera mo scan so betin ya fofo. Enti no sir, offer contract Kumasin kwa Ashanti region kwa bit ma fa contractors almost there 50. Mo work kwan so mo ye. E be reduce no. And nipa mo ye adwuma. So contracting go to camera who are more year inspection in them. Almost bit my found over 200 people. And you know, a dear found that we had a cream about 2,000 and 10,000 people among your Jumay. Oh, my mom has no net you go. I have 7 or more ignorance on the among assured.
We do a music at the
you don't pay anything for them. Now they're tax and other free. You see, a bebo apama, a critique jobs ama certain people. And finally, the American account said, cast no so more can ya can was some last 2 weeks. Number some remind the government need you. For woman very vigilant, no more many year my because almost one count in indirectly ni pay. One is said, Nipana was she anona titu bobo ya for nene woman more kind transact.
Prague phone.
Now more kind so more titimun so the way now almost funny pattern of crown better, but they take more than that. Almost overload you can only the accident river. Into no best round say. Yeah, police for you say Ghana police for minimum Jumapa. Obi or Kajan Ghana police for minimum is a liar. More ye perfect. Now,
Almost was it.
Once you lose, no more yama policies now a war continues why you lose. And more ma and if I health, no, you the accurate health in here. Because we need to be healthy to work and produce. That's a you lose where your policies no. Now policies no as subject to sickness and killing and injuries. That we run at a very poverty level. You see some coffin. You see some coffin. And the here never mind. As now we take we say crack credial dia na kofa sa de number. Into the extra woman say their qualities no they should perform it. I just say when I've worked with you before and I know how the police work.
Yeah, I mean, Papa, I know.
Example, more shown. Dan Paris 3 months be obey. A chance you still have the capability to do the work, irrespective say money means of transport. More means of transport. Mr. Moa, money penny from now. Mamma Wadini, Mola, Emra, Amambu, Pa. Say, Moya, Moadia, Moyam. Say, Mujaya. Namu Casamo your country, the country within 1 month. Someone jamu the country, whatever the president will do, the country will never survive. You be a better car. Into Miss Samoa, Mumwa and Omano, she said, na Moshe roads no so. Na abaying so, or more supervisors and social quite no million so. Na demarcations in the lines, or more drawn sambos, or more DCCOE. Na or more Mochaki roads, abaying bet me. I'll pin contractors. I the camera, Mawo, or Quambia, so no be a bit my contract. No, na or the your my bet you know your cost be near Chua, Yacho. You can find when I'm here, even if you will nipper be bromadinum someday on which you are.
On which you are, and you let you and also no abandon other farm, or man are from Nippon near with the years of a joint tax. When you Nippon money, I'd maybe be one aspect, be a democracy amount. It you know, for some of them, I see us in the Jama professors is there. Yeah, Dr. Tam Nason, say a bit more. So we are now continuing. Yeah, that's saying, may say we are available. Now only I discuss road construction. If we say the safety of every nation depends on all of us, and yet Nipa
right.
And strategizing. So safety depends. It's not only the government. You can't only blame the government for everything. Government plays its role. Contractors play their role. And the citizens, nankasa, drivers need be a driver car play role. And the citizens, yankasa scrum, ye play role because what car that's a driver name is be who was steer next year and also on drive and also on follow road signs no corner. And so what to me as a citizen, what to me point as a driver. Almost say a chase car the echo, but quite driver can. And yet the driver never can so my friend Jawas and who you two know. But there's all point one Casaswa, Munyana Muko. And see a Yada Sopho John Sasa as a Uncle Max contribution we at least in himself. Ghana Roads and Highways Authority no more involves as a Ubi AVA road construction. They are supposed to approve it or give the final approval. So okay, the road is ready to be used. And just idea like work in the lines be and was stop sign be and was not say and because we do snap a proper can we do T junction na sɛ cars me na edu hɔ na we nim dia ekɔ first a confusion wo hu ase na omunya aka moti abom. It's very important say roads no should be well constructed and omo yes omo have a culture of maintenance. At least a woman hwɛ kwan se me si kwan na after 2 years na me revisit the road. Oh, potholes we be one man year say fix and ni nyina aka because Nyankopɔn se na obo nipa da sen no obo ese nka ye nyina yenya 70 years 80 years 100 and say ewu nka wote hɔ a woda unda ma na wawu enya se bia wadi 20 30 wo nam kwan wa driver bia kokun keke na yes gone too soon no wawu ntem nka ye nyina ye nyini enche na ye nwu time Nyankopɔn de ahye not dying prematurely. Emre doc e da say so contribution ade bae nyame ya adoma next week de bia na wa nim nti 2 weeks time ye be san ahye according to your schedule no na ya to aso nti ye mamu nyina afa hyapa Nyankopɔn na nkasa onso ye mu no mboa ye nam kwan sa ye kɔ eba nyina no ankasa nso ye mu no ma ye nyansa na ya adwene ye fan drive baby edu ese stop no ye stop baby ese ye kɔ no so ye nkɔ na confusion bia emba roads no na ye drive so ye nya careful ye hwɛ anim me October minya serious accident why because e wi ato mani so seriously me ho hwɛ me break na too late ntenya ye hwɛ road conditions say so say we whatever it is now let's apply all the rules and all the safety measures nti on behalf of Dr. Osei Tutu, your studio manager any era one team no yɛda mo ase yɛakra mo doc ɛne yɛbɛsan hyia bye bye.
Sampa bietia Chimafidi nunkotu era one radio Samupe Jumpa bietia Chimafidi nunkotu era one radio Anyumpankuma Chimtu Asampankuma Era one,